Did you see the writing on the wall back then, him becoming the player of this caliber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guy. He's a kid that came into the game ready to work, bro. He was highly recruited out of Kentucky, bro. He's always been a player, man, that was ready to work, man, come in and learn from the veterans that are ahead of him, listen to the things that they had to say, man. But like I said, the work ethic was never lacked from that kid, man. He stayed in the gym 24/7, after hours, early, first one in the gym, man. Like literally, he worked on his game, man. It was one of those things where in that point in time, the way the game that was transitioning, it was like everybody was trying to get on that Golden State era at that point in time. Threes, layups, free throws, like, and at that point in time, Shea wasn't shooting the ball great. He wasn't like, don't get me wrong, he'll still shoot his mid range and stuff like that, but he was definitely one of those kids that coming in early on in the game. He's trying to stick to what he know he does best. So getting downhill, get to the basket, different things like that. You feel me? So he was still going through those growing pains and stuff like that. You feel me? And I don't know if they really handled it the right way as far as where he was early on in his career, and how they actually treated it. You feel me? Because it was one of those things where, like, though he can mess around, he give us 18, 10, and 3-1 game, you feel me? Playing how he played, but then they'll come back and maybe be like analytically, like, you feel me, this was open, like, so now you're trying to cut the kid's game in half. Like, it was just tough for him, especially on early on in his career, man. And then, you feel me, that summer came, you feel me, it was an opportunity for them to make a move to get a superstar. And I think with them getting that superstar, it's basically they had to bring in another one to get him. So they just had to basically throw the kitchen sink, man. And like I said, he was a guy, bro, highly recruited, man, first round player, lottery pick, man. He's a guy literally like all you had to do, man, was just let the kid develop. You feel me? But understanding business goes and how the game goes, man. Like they was trying to win for now. You feel me? They had just came off a run with Blake and them, and was in a position to I think that year maybe going to the finals or something like that. The year before, maybe. I think that no, that was 2 years after. I'm sorry, that was the year I went there.
Yeah.
I think also as
Yeah,
well.
that was the year I went there from Houston. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, but at that point in time, it still was one of those eras where, like I said, the development of the younger players wasn't, you feel me?
Yeah, I mean, it took some time. It took some time for
They didn't,
him
they
to get
had
to his own.
time. They didn't really do it the right way as far as putting the time and effort into it. You feel
Yeah,
me? Like you send
yeah,
them to the G League, but they felt like, oh, you send him to the G League, he might go down there and pick up bad habits, play the wrong way. Yeah, he's scoring this, that, and third, but is he playing right? So it's just this is one of those things that I don't really think that they did the took the time to actually let it develop and actually see, like you said, the writing on the wall, man. But players, shit, me, Lou, like you feel me, Pat, like the guys that kind of came over in that trade and was on that team and kind of like actually was a part and actually seen him play. Like shit, bro, we knew that young kid was gonna be good, bro, because he was young, bro. I think he was with us. He was like 19.
yeah,
I don't think he couldn't even drive, bro. Like so, he got license with us. Matter of fact, yeah, he got his license. Like he couldn't
oh
drive.
yeah,
Bro had a car. I was like bought car type shit and couldn't drive it.
couldn't drive.
So like, yeah, bro, like this is a young kid, man. Like you gotta actually let him develop. You feel me? Let him actually get his feet in the game and actually figure out who the player he is and who he can't be for y'all. You feel me? Before you just toss him out to the wolves. You feel me? And shit, OKC got it right. You feel me? I guess.
Yeah, they hit the jackpot with that one for sure.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at that team that you guys had, like without talking about the trade that happened, like PG came over with Kawhi, and now years, it's 2025, it's obvious like OKC won that trade. But do you feel like if you guys stayed together, if SGA properly developed, as you mentioned, would you guys contend for a championship in like 2 or 3 years?
Um, that's tough to say because you gotta have a lot of shit go right. You feel me? If that makes sense, you gotta have a lot, like no injuries. You feel me? Guys gotta be feeling great health wise. You feel me? No missed games, no little gnats, bruises. You feel me? Guys gotta be playing to the best of it. But it's a lot that gotta come into that. And then at the same time, we had a lot of different players who was in different aspects of their careers. You feel me? So you feel me? It's tough to say that we would have just did that because you feel me? We didn't have one of those teams where it was just hella young guys. You feel me? Like we had a good mix of, you feel me, older guys, the younger, and then like kind of like that middle pack. You feel me? At that point in time, I was kind of like that middle pack group. You feel me? I was kind of like 25. Like 25, 26 around that time, you feel me? And then we had guys that was in the early to mid 30s, you feel me? So to actually say that 2-3 more years, you feel me? Like we don't know. We don't know how they body will. It's tough to say, you feel me? But from his development, yeah, it was easy to say because you see how hard that kid worked. You see how hard he was in the gym and actually crafting and putting in hours into his game with shooting coaches and different ball handling things he was doing, man. Like I said, he was always one of those guys that was first in the gym, you feel me, and kind of last to kind of leave out, man. So, you feel me, just to actually see how he's came along in this game, man, and where his game has came, and the player he was able to impose himself as and not letting them change what he actually does and brings to the game, man, it's special to see.